So here we are back again with a quick update video on the shoulder. I broke it on the 1st of July and it's now the 24th of July. So I thought I'd do a quick video on first of all what it feels like. Initially, when you've done it, you think that's it, it's over. You know you won't be getting back on the bike. You know, everything's sort of doom and gloom for the first sort of 2, 3, 4 days. The first couple of days after it, put it this way, you know about it, you know you've broken it. You wouldn't be getting any sleep. You'd probably get about 50 minutes sleep, and then you'd be waking up again, getting up, and because you just can't get comfortable with it, because you can't lay on your side. You just got to lay on your back and sort of prop your arm up on some sort of pillows by the side of you, because you can't touch when you lay, you don't realise how much your shoulder sort of lays back and touches the bed, sort of thing. So you can't do that. And I'd say the first week's the worst for pain, like swelling and everything. It just swells, it swells up, just massive, the swelling on it, and the bruising starts to come out. I only took painkillers for the first. I never took any in the day. All I did was take paracetamol and codeine, and I only took that in the evenings, and through the night sort of thing. If I woke up, I'd take a couple, because I'm not into taking painkillers if I can help it, because to me they just make me feel worse if I take them. I mean, the pain at night, it helps you sleep, but in the day I didn't take them. So yeah, the first week you can forget it. You just got to just put up with it, really. It won't move, wherever you put it, it's painful. You got a lot of pain in his neck and everything as well to put up with. But yeah, I say the first week's bad. And the second week, I mean, what I did, because obviously there's no way you get on a bike, not a chance. You can't even move your arm. So what I did was I got a spin bike with the weight on the front, and a friend of mine, what we did, he come round, and all I did was we turned the handlebars around the other way, and then cut off the handlebars in the middle, as you'll see. I'll put a video on of it, so as I could still reach. So it wasn't, you could literally just rest your hand on it. You didn't have to lean or anything forward. You could sit upright, so there wasn't no weight on it or anything like that. So I could ride that. So the day after the accident, I didn't ride at all. I didn't ride on that indoor bike because you couldn't. But the day after that, I'd done about 20 minutes on it, and then from there, I just done like 40 minutes, and then an hour, and then every day after that. So what I did, I'd done that for just over a week, and then I got an indoor elite fluid trainer and put the road bike that's over there. I put that bike on it, and then I rode on that as soon as I could. Basically, as soon as I was able to get my hand to the handlebar and the hood to use the brake levers, obviously I kept my hand moving, kept your arm moving, because you have it in a sling. What happens is it tends to seize your elbow up, and then your hand gets tingly, and you've got to keep taking it out of the sling. So basically, you just keep moving it as much as you can, the lower arm. Otherwise, if that seizes up as well, then you've got to try and get that moving eventually. So yeah, I put it on that. As soon as I was able to reach the hood and the handlebar, then I was using the road bike on an indoor, on an elite trainer inside. So and then I quickly realised that if I could reach the handlebar and ride that, then I'll be out on the road. So basically, I broke it on the 1st, and I was out on the road again on the 17th, so that's 17 days, and I was back on it. It's still broken, obviously, but to me, there's no pain. 17 days, I was able enough to put up with it, to ride on the road, I started off 21 miles, no, 22 miles, and I say it's now the 24th, so I've done 46.5 yesterday and 30, just over 30 today. So yeah, so I'm back on it as normal. I mean, I haven't been back yet for the second to the fracture clinic for the second time, so I still have to go back on the beginning of August for that. So I'll see, then I can see the x-ray when because they're going to x-ray again, so I can see if it's even started, see if the bones started to knit back together again at all on the end, on the arm end. And I'll see, so I can see then if riding it at all for since 17 days and going back on it again after 17 days, then I can see if it's done any harm. You know, obviously I'm not going to bother telling them that I've been back on a bike. I'll just go there and say, yeah, I've had in the sling, this, that and the other, and just see if they even notice that there's any, you know, if it's done anything to it, you know. So that'd be interesting to see. I might go in there and they might say, you've been moving it, or you've been you've been doing something with it, because they might be able to tell. But I haven't been lifting anything, like, you know, you just can't, you couldn't lift anything heavy. Like a bike, you can sort of just pick up the crossbar and sort of just drag the back wheel round, you know, so if you want to turn the bike round, you couldn't physically lift the bike up, no way. So yeah, so now I can see why when the professionals break their collarbone, I mean, if you've only cracked it, if you've just got a hairline crack in it, or you've snapped it in half, they could have that plated, you can have that plated. So they could plate it back together and you'd be back, you got the operation to plate it, so you got to recover from that, but then you'd be back on it again anyway, because it's been plated, so the strength's there. My one is smashed on the end into pieces, and they can't plate it because there's nothing to screw to. But I can see, I mean, I was back on the bike after 17 days, you know, so I can see how quite easily, if it's just fractured, if you just got a little hairline crack in it, you know, a fracture could be it's broken or it's just got a crack in it. So I'm on about if it's just got a crack in it, say motorcyclists for instance, I can see how they get back on. There's people, oh, he's got a broken collarbone, he's back riding a bike. I was back after 17 days riding it, and mine smashed to pieces on the arm end, you know, so it's not even connected to it, it's just smashed to literally into about 4 pieces. So yeah, so it's not all doom and gloom. If you can do it, then you can get back on the bike, you know, once you can reach the handlebars and you can pull the levers and you can use the levers, then I was back on it, and there's no way I'm staying off it for, you know, that's how much I love cycling. I was back on it as soon as I could, and the indoor trainer, I'd forget, you know, there's just no point. It's no way the same as being out on the road, not for me anyway, just doesn't do the same thing. So yeah, that was a quick update anyway, and hopefully I'll do another one when I've been for another x-ray, so we can see just what is actually happening with it, and see what they say after that about physio and things. But yeah, I thought I'd do an update just in case anyone's interested in it. But if you haven't seen the previous, watch the previous videos, then you'll see an x-ray of it as it's broken, as it is now. So anyway, thanks for watching, see you on the next one.